Fue mi tatarabuelo Frutos Villar quien fundó la primera bodega de nuestra familia en los primeros años del siglo XX. Todo empezó en un pueblo de la provincia de Zamora llamado Villamendimio.
A great many grape harvests have been completed since then, and the spirit which moved Frutos Villar's sons, Quirino, Salvio and Jacinto, is still alive today in the philosophy of the wines of Frutos Villar Group. A family business with its roots firmly embedded in the Castile and León tradition. Our first steps in winemaking were taken in the district of Toro. Since 1985, the Frutos Villar winery has formed part of the Toro Denomination of Origin Regulatory Council. Today, the Moruve red wines hold a key position in a denomination which has undergone remarkable growth. The result of years of research and modernization has come together in an up-to-date vineyard in tune with modern winemaking. And the wines produced from the Toro grape variety have managed to transmit to customers the fruity tones of one of the most interesting varieties of red grapes in Spain. When this label was launched back in the 1970s, people talked of breeds and compared it to the bulls from the famous Seville farm, Moruve, founded by Manuel Suárez Cordero in 1850. Despite having no connections with the world of bulls and without any intention of doing so, Frutos Villar has managed to make the Moruve name popular on the fine wine market. In an attempt to get closer to the markets of Valladolid and Palencia, Frutos Villar's descendants settled in the town of Cigales in the 1960s. This is how the Frutos Villar names of Cigaleños, Calderona, Cancina came into being. Names taken from the landscape and history of the area. Once again, Frutos Villar becomes one of the seeds of another denomination of origin, Cigales, demonstrating the firm foundations of a family in the evolution of a fine wine region. The strategic location of the winery within the region means that today Cigales is the headquarters of the Frutos Villar Group. But Frutos Villar did not stop with the growth of wines from the Duero region, an area which they knew well. 5 years after the approval of the Ribera del Duero denomination of origin, Don Frutos' family arrived in the heart of the Burgos Ribera del Duero region, in the town of La Horra, considered to be the epicenter of Ribera winemaking. In 1988, the group bought the former Santa Eulalia Cooperative Society, a pioneering organization in winemaking. After a quarter of a century, the cooperative was in the hands of a family which from the very beginning respected the traditions and valuable raw materials of its viticulturists. Now named the Santa Eulalia Winery, Frutos Villar invested heavily in the renovation of almost all the buildings. From the delivery of the grape to the winemaking and aging facilities. Frutos Villar also adopted the representative brand name Conde de Ciruela, which is still the group's flagship brand. In this case, the name Conde de Ciruela also brought with it an historical anecdote. Many years ago, the cooperative grape producers in La Horra, in honor of the former proprietor of large areas of land in the district, the Count of Ciruela, asked his permission to use the name on their label. Their proposal was rapidly accepted, thus placing a seal on a friendship which has lasted ever since. The Conde de Ciruela wine is today a leader amongst red wines from the Ribera del Duero denomination of origin. Frutos Villar, constantly striving to find strong footholds in the new wine market, did not leave the white wine tradition to one side and have been selling Rueda denomination whites for over 25 years. This true Castilian Leonese winemaking vocation has led the Frutos Villar Group to move into another traditional winemaking district in the province of Zamora, purchasing the vineyards located in the historical town of Villalpando, close to the Villafáfila natural area. But Frutos Villar wines have a name of their own, and today they are highly favored amongst customers who appreciate the true personality of a fine wine. None of what we have told you up to now would mean anything without the human element. The great Frutos Villar family, which started out with an idea from Don Frutos and his sons, remains at the forefront of a brand entrenched in the history of wine in Spain. The efforts of the Frutos Villar family means that right now, at any point in the country, someone is holding a glass of wine whose roots can be traced right back to the village of Villavendimio.